G'day you awesome educators, Mark here with 5 of the best free screen recorders that you can use to record your training and tutorials for your students to be able to use both online and in the classroom. Each one has their own pros and cons, so without any more mucking about, let's get straight into it. The first one we have today is the Microsoft Xbox Game Bar, which is fitted to Windows 8 and 10. You have to open up the application first, hit the Windows key and G, and you'll get this overlay. You don't need all of these, so you can go ahead and close some of them with the X. And don't worry if you close one too many, because these icons at the top will turn them back on again. I like to use the gallery window, which shows all of my previous recordings, the capture window that also shows me the controls for capturing, and then we have the audio window that shows the system and the microphone controls. If you're going to use a microphone, hit the microphone button and then go down to voice and make sure you select the correct microphone for what you're going to be using. I use a Yeti Classic. Once you've done that, it might be worth going to the mix, and if you're not using headphones, it might be worth turning off the system sound so that you don't get any sounds coming through. Once you've done that, you're ready to record. Dead simple. On the right hand side here, you can see that we've got a little control box, and the overlay won't be recorded, but if you click out of it, you can see what you're doing. I love to use Ecosia to do searches because they plant trees every time I do a search, and I've also searched for my next screen recorder. As you can see at the top, I can see a time, I can see a stop presentation, and I can turn my microphone off. If I hit the stop, I can then either click on this little bar here to see my recordings, or I can use the Windows G key again. Make sure you click on the one that you've just recorded so that you can see it, and then you can actually play it and review it to see how it's gone. Up here on the left hand side, if you can't hear it, don't forget to turn your system sounds back on. You can then rename the file itself, you can delete it, you can also go to the actual file location, and here they are in the File Explorer. By the way, the Game Bar won't let you record the File Explorer or swap between applications or record the desktop. In at number 2, we have Apowersoft's free online recorder. Do a search or go directly to their website, and once you've navigated to this page, don't hit download app, that's the paid version, hit start recording. First time around, you'll have to download a small application, and once it's started, you'll see a dotted line around the recording area and this wonderful looking toolbar. You can then select what size you want to record, there's some specific sizes, or you can actually choose a custom region, just like this. If you want to record the whole of your screen, then go to this icon and you can choose which screen you want to record. On this sound icon, you can choose to have the sound off or on. You can choose the system sound, microphone, or both. Then we can record a webcam. So better than the Game Bar, that doesn't allow you to record one. Once you've opened it up, turned it on, select the right one. Look at that guy. Face made for radio, that one. Once you can then put it wherever you want, you can resize it, but there's no green screen tool to remove the background. When you're ready, hit the record button and you'll get this really useful 3-second countdown. You'll get this toolbar up with pause and stop and a timer, as well as this brush. This brush is an annotation tool. So if I pop up PowerPoint, which is going to be the next one we'll look at, we can go to insert, and now we can highlight where the screen recording icon is in PowerPoint. Annotation tools are so powerful because they can draw your attention to what you want to show your students on the screen. In this one, you can draw, you can do arrows, you can do text, you can have free text, you can go back and you can delete the whole thing. Once you're done, you can hit stop, and on here you can edit the start and the stop point. Can't do the bits in the middle. You can review what you've done as well. On the right hand side here, you can see you can save the video, you can save that to your hard drive, and then you've got the option here of being able to upload it. In this case, it says you can upload it to YouTube. Alrighty, third on the list is apps you own. This really goes without saying, but there are a lot of paid applications out there that have screen recordings built in, like Movavi and Camtasia. But there are other ones that are around that you may have, like PowerPoint. If we go into a slide that I've already made, you may recognize that from my thumbnail, and we're going to add in an extra slide and go up to insert, and over on the right hand side here, at least for me it is, you can see screen recorder. If it's not there, try typing it in to see if you can find it. Then it should come up insert screen recording. PowerPoint then disappears and you need to select your screen area. You can do a part of the screen or the whole screen. After you've done that, choose whether you're going to record with your microphone and whether you want to record your mouse. Hit record and you get a 3-second timer. Now you can see we've got a pause and a stop button at the top, and now we can record our applications. We can actually move around applications while we're doing this. We're not stuck on one like previous, and we can then show our users what we're doing. Once you've finished recording, just go up to the top and press stop. The screen recording is then placed into our slide, but don't worry, we can download it. Although inside of here, we can move it around and resize it, as well as be able to play it so that we can review it. Up the top, we've then got some editing tools. For example, we could change the color for some reason. You can give it a pretty outside, and there's a few other tools that you'd be familiar with the pictures when you put pictures into PowerPoint. Up the top, you've got a playback option, and in here you've got some editing tools. For example, when you press onto the editing button up here, the trim video, you can trim the front and the back of your recording. And now you're ready to save your video. Right click on the screen recording, go to save media as, change the name and hit save. Easy as that. I know this doesn't seem as good as Apowersoft's recorder with the webcam and the annotations, but instead of recording the presentation, you can record in the presentation. Go to the record tab, go to record, and here you go. Great little tool. Turn on your webcam, turn on your microphone, you're set to go, hit record, and then you can talk through the slides and basically annotate over the top of them. You can even talk through your screen recorder. And once you're done, you can make me a video of you sharing, subscribing, liking, and commenting on this video. In at number 4, we have video conferencing, which can do more than just hide the fact that you're not in the office or classroom. Most video conferencing software allows you to record your sessions or classes. Just tell people what you're doing if you've got more than just you in the class. Teams, for example, go up to options and select start recording. If the option's missing, see your IT department, then go to shared content to share your screens, and you can also put yourself as a webcam using the presenter mode. If you don't use video conferencing, Zoom is a really good option for you. It's free to sign up and to use and download. Just make sure that you go to the settings, then to the recording tab, and make sure that recording is turned on. Once you've done that, you can start a meeting just by yourself, and then the first screen you'll get the option to set up your audio. Make sure you set up the microphone that you want to use and the speakers. Once you've done that, you can get into the app and start adjusting your cameras. Down at the bottom left hand side, we can adjust our camera and mic settings. I'm going to change the camera, and as you can see, I use a green screen. You can also turn the camera on and off. Then I'm going to go to virtual backgrounds. You can see how my hand is blurry. Well, if I check the box I have a green screen, you can see that disappears. I could then upload my own picture, for example a circuit diagram, and then I could talk through it like I would do on a normal whiteboard. As well as being able to upload pictures, I can also upload a video, like a screen recording. So how do I do that? Find the record icon in the middle of the toolbar at the bottom, select record on this computer, go to share screens, find the screen you want to share and record, and click on it. The toolbar that pops up, you can turn your microphone and camera on and off, as well as some really powerful annotation tools. These annotation tools allow you to draw boxes and lines and arrows and all sorts of wonderful things. A great feature about this is that you can then save this as a PDF as well as saving it as a video. When you're finished, stop sharing and then stop the video, and then you can access the video recording of your screen share. Finally, at number 5, we have the best screen recorder in my opinion, OBS. Give yourself some time to figure it out because it is a little more complicated than the others. First of all, go to obsproject.com and download the right software for your operating system. When you start OBS for the first time, you're going to want to use the auto configuration wizard to be able to set up or optimize just for recording. Click next and next. Now what you can see is a blank slate. Here is the viewer. Anything here we're going to record. Under controls, we've got our start and stop recording control. Over here on the left, we have our scenes, which is made up of sources, and our audio controls. So let's get OBS ready for a screen recording. Under the sources, I am going to hit the plus button, and then I'm going to select a display capture. Give it a unique name because you'll need that for later on. Then I'm going to click OK. Now you can see why a screen recorder can't record a screen recorder. Okay, I'm going to select the display that I want to actually use and record and click OK. At this point I could click record, but I want to make a really dynamic screen recording. The next source I'm going to add is a video capture device. In this case it's going to be my Canon M50 because that's what I'm using to record. I'm going to rename it as that. Click OK, and then I'm going to select it from the drop down box of the different cameras. And there it is, click OK, and it's done. As a note, all sources can be resized and repositioned on the screen. Now we could record this, but that green screen looks mucky. So right click on Canon M50, go to filters, and we're going to add a chroma key filter. There it is, it's gone. Don't have to change the settings or anything. With just these two sources, you can set up some really dynamic scenes that you can swap between while you're doing your recording. Let me show you which ones I'd use. The first scene is an intro with a logo or title in the corner. Then I've got my display with a mini me in the corner, reverse it with a full-size me and the display in the corner, and finally a display with me over the top. That's the last of the 5 free screen recorders that I use. Let me know in the comments which one you like using the best, and I'll catch you next time.